Yo, what's going on, everybody? Lowe's here, come back at you with another video. And this time is my haul video from the 3 Men in the Basement comic crawl. And I got this stack of books right here. So, if you want to know what I got, you know what to do. Hop on that train, take a journey with me. So we're back, and like I said, this is my haul video from the 3 Men in the Basement comic crawl. This is their winter crawl. They might do another one in the summertime. It's a lot of work to kind of get the stores together and find a date that works for everybody. But the 3 Men in the Basement crew do an amazing job. So ChinMo, especially, you know, he kind of reached out to all these shops. Sometimes they do some crawls in Connecticut. This time it was in Massachusetts area. But it was a great time. Went to 3 different shops. I do have some video of all these shops. So what we're going to do is I will show you video of one of the shops. Then I'll show you the books I was picked up. Then we'll go on another trip, another store, show you the books, then another trip, and then some of the books, all right? So first stop was Richard's Comics in Hudson, New Hampshire. And we went there. Great shop. This is the second time I've been to it. Amazing place. Always have some great books. You know, the Jim who's there hooks us up, and you know, it was just a great time. Love going digging there. I could spend all day there if I had to, if I could. So we're gonna show those books now, and then you're gonna see the video. Then we're gonna come back and I'm gonna show you the books that I got.
I just finished up. What up, Lo?
There's that guy.
How are you, man?
What's going on, brother?
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, appreciate it, man.
All right, second time, right?
It is my second time.
Charm.
So this time I actually made it here with decent time. I think last time I got here like an hour and a half late or something like that. Right? So this time, you know, good time. Good time.
Look at it. You get a Whopper right there.
Oh yeah.
What's up, man?
What's going on? How you doing?
Thanks for coming out.
Thank you. Appreciate it. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good to see you.
Nice to see you as well.
Yes. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna get 10 and then I think I'll look to do something else. I've been taking like coding classes myself, so maybe I'll try to get into that. Here for a while, making videos.
What's going on, man?
What's going on, Chin?
How you doing?
How you doing?
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. Dig
Yes.
through. Dig through.
Oh yeah, I absolutely will.
Anything in the hall, if you make a pile, just kind of keep it separate as you pay, so he knows.
Okay.
Other than that, you know, good to go.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey,
What's happening, Mike?
What's up,
How you doing?
Good. How you been?
Doing good. Yeah, finally made it.
Happy you
Good.
made it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think last year I came and I was like an hour and a half late or something
Yeah.
like that. And I was like,
I did bump into you like later on. But
Yep.
Yeah, this is a great place to start.
I know,
It's so
I know.
good.
I was so mad last year because I didn't feel like I had enough time, and I like was over there for a little bit, and then I kind of made it here, but I missed so many boxes. I'm like, oh.
Yeah,
Like-
no, and again, this is a place that they have different hours, and being like where we live, we're not that close. So like
No.
when you get in here, you come, you know.
You-
like-
yeah,
And they got a new collection in, I guess. So
2, I think.
Two?
He
Oh,
just
man.
got a second one, I think. He's like, Jesus,
I can't wait.
so many books.
Awesome.
All right, good luck hunting.
Yeah, you too.
so hopefully you enjoyed that quick footage. I tried to condense it a little bit because I just don't want to make it too long. But we're going to go through the books that I was able to pick up. Alright, so from there, there's some books that were like priced at certain costs, and then others were like, just bring a pile with you and you get a deal, right? So, it was just awesome. So the first ones that I got a nice little run of Marvel Comic Presents. So I've been trying to like pick these up. I want to try to complete this run. So the first one that I was able to find was this guy right here, and it's Marvel Comics Presents number 84. And this is that Barry Windsor Smith run where we get the origin of Wolverine getting his adamantium. So I recently picked up issue 72, which is like the first one that starts it off. But I'm trying to pick up all of them, and whenever I can get them on a deal, I'm going to scoop them up. So I just happened to run into a bunch of them in this box. So I was like, I'm going to scoop these up. So there's 84. Found number 83. 77. 76. That's a cool cover right there. I love that red in that. You got 75. So just trying to get that glare out of the way. And 73, I believe, was the last one I was able to snag. So nice little chunk knocked off there. So like I said, whenever I can scoop these up on the cheap, and nice high grade, so I'm gonna scoop those up to try to complete the run. Next, got this guy right here, and this is Amazing Spider-Man 546, and this is the first full appearance of Mr. Negative. It's a character that I believe popped up in like a mobile game or something like that, so he kind of built up a little bit of steam there. There was talks of potentially being in something else, but I don't know if he appeared in anything else other than just a video game. So scoop this one up. And then I also got issue 547, which is the first appearance of the Inner Demons. It's like his Mr. Negative's henchman. So it's like, might as well. I forgot to mention that 546 was also like the first appearance of the second Jackpot. So, a couple first appearances there. Next, speaking of first appearances, we have this guy right here, and this is X-Men number 53, and this is the first appearance of Onslaught. And if anybody has seen X-Men 97, the animated series, at the end of that, there's potential for this character to pop up in a future season. So, you can scoop these on the cheap, might as well, because it might pop. Next, we have this guy right here, and this is Wolverine number 80. And there's some, I don't know if you want to call it controversy with this book, but there is a vial that's labeled X-23. So some people say that this is the first mention of X-23 in comics, but some people say that it's just a coincidence that they just happen to be labeled X-23, and then obviously Laura Kinney X-23, but this, for that reason, this book still commands a little bit of money, especially Laura Kinney fans and X-23 fans that want to collect her entire catalog. This is one of the books that they usually pick up too, just because it has some kind of mention of that, and the fact that it's a nice newsstand copy is like, I'll snag that. So next we have this guy right here, and this picked up a little bit of steam. This is Fantastic Four number 280, and this is the first appearance of Malice, which is Invisible Woman, Sue Storm's like alter ego. This has picked up a little bit of steam because of the Marvel Rivals video game, and I believe they used that character, her costume in the game. So this book picked up steam, and it's a very risque outfit to say the least. So I think that's why this is starting to pick up a little bit of steam. So again, for me, I don't really care, but if I can move it on to pick up something else, absolutely. So thought it was funny. Next, we have this cool Adam Hughes cover right there, and this is Sensation Comics #4 featuring Wonder Woman, and this is just an awesome Adam Hughes cover. Not a variant, it's just an awesome cover, and I found this outside of the shop. They had some boxes outside that were listed $5 a book, but if you buy 2 get 1 free. Then they also had some books that were just priced as is. So this was in the $5 box. It was like, I think that this was one of the free ones because I grabbed 2 other ones and then got this one for free. So like, yeah, Adam Hughes for free. Yeah, why not? Pick this guy up right here, and again another, and again any Invincible books that I can pick up on the cheap, especially low print runs. I'm gonna pick them up. $5 for an all black cover that's tough to find in high grade. I believe there's like 1, maybe 2 spine ticks on it, but again, for an all black cover, Invincible's pretty relevant right now, pretty hot. So, and any Invincible completionist will want this book. So definitely happy to scoop this up for $5. Next, we have this guy right here, and his awesome Wonder Woman #96, and this is an awesome Brian Boland cover. Brian Boland did a great job on Wonder Woman. He's had some amazing covers. He had the Joker, Killing Joke cover and stuff like that. So Brian Boland is known for doing some amazing covers, and he does great work on Wonder Woman, Joker, and stuff like that. So thought this was awesome, and nice newsstand copy. So you can't go wrong with that. Next, this was awesome because I don't know how people just like pass this up, but you need to know what you're looking for, I guess. And that's this guy right here, and this is Aquaman #26, and this is actually a Joshua Middleton variant cover. So I recently just picked this one up last year, and to find it in the wild again, I'm gonna scoop this up every time. It's one of those things where you don't know it's a variant cover because it doesn't actually say variant on it. You just need to know what it is. And this is just an awesome cover. I love Joshua Middleton. He switches up his style so often, and this is just an amazing cover. And I wasn't one of the first ones to dig through those boxes. I was probably one of the last people to dig through the boxes, and this was still just sitting in there for $5. So I was like, yep, thank you, I will grab this. Next, another awesome variant cover. That is this one right here. That is Astonishing X-Men #2. And this is an awesome Elizabeth Torque variant. Love this cover. I need to change bags obviously because you got the $5 price tag right over Mystique's face. But it's just an awesome cover. You have Mystique, obviously, with all the different X-Men that she's morphed into over the years. So it's just cool cover. Love this cover. I think I have a cover of it. This is probably my second copy, but for $5, yes, please. Next, we have this guy right here, and this is Ghost Rider #1. This is from the Marvel Knights run. This is a retailer variant. Garth Ennis, Clayton Crane. I think Clayton Crane does an awesome job drawing Ghost Rider. And this is just an awesome cover. Don't believe there's any first appearances or anything in this other than it's just a cool variant cover. So I'm happy to scoop this up. Sometimes I just get covers because I like the covers. I just like the art. Next, we have this guy right here, and this is X-23 #21. So this is the final issue of this series. This was her first, I believe this is her first ongoing series, and this is the last issue in that run. It's an awesome Phil Noto cover, and yeah, it's one of those things where sometimes, last issues of a low print run series, tend to command pretty good money. And Laura Kinney's a popular character, and yeah, this was just awesome to find in back issue bin. All right, next, this guy right here, and this is Inhuman #1, and this is obviously Charles Soule, Joe Mad did the art, and just a cool book. I believe this is also the first appearance of Inferno. It's also the first appearance of Lash. Inferno is of Latino descent. So I've been trying to pick up more persons of color first appearances, and this fits the bill. And cool thing is that this is actually a second print. So you see it down there, second print, but it's also the blue border down below. So this was probably not highly printed, and second prints are usually even less than that. So I thought this was pretty cool to snag. Next, we have this guy right here. And this was also out in the $5 box. This is Deadly Class #1, but I believe this is the cover B. Not like extremely hard to find. You can find copies of this, but finding them in the wild, you normally don't see them that often. So I thought this was pretty cool. This is a cool read. Rick Remender, great. This was an awesome read if you love indies. Definitely check it out. They had some amazing covers to this as well. There's a lot of like B covers. I know like Jeff DeCall and some other artists kind of did like these B covers that you'd be on the lookout for those, right? But yeah, definitely happy to scoop this up for $5. All right, next we have this guy right here, and we kind of know what this book is, right? So this is Nightwing #93, and this is a controversial book because this is the book where Dick Grayson, Nightwing, gets sexually assaulted, right, by a female villain. 2004, not something that was like put out there very often. So when this came out, it was kind of a big deal, right? And this book, commands pretty good, penny in the secondary market. So whenever I can find these for cheap, I scoop them up all the time. I think this is probably like my 4th or 5th copy of this book. So definitely happy to scoop this one up again. Next, we have this guy right here. Or actually, last book from Richards Comics is this one right here. And that is Daredevil #25 from the Chip Zdarsky run. And I never really read this run. I heard really good things about it, but I know of this book, and this is the first time that Elektra takes up the mantle as Daredevil, right? So Daredevil, obviously, it looks like he's in prison, gets himself in some trouble, so there needs to be somebody to take up the mantle of Daredevil, and she takes up the mantle, and I believe she gets her own spin-off as Daredevil as well. But thought was pretty cool. I missed out on it when it first came out. The book kind of jumped up in price. It has come down significantly, but still more than I guess I was willing to pay for it. So when I found this in the back issue bin, and obviously it has a sticker price of $18, definitely didn't pay $18 for this. So happy to scoop this one up when I did. So that was all the books that I was able to pick up from Richards Comics. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take some video. I'm going to show you some video of the next store we were on to, which was Counterplay Comics in Burlington, Mass. So that's the next stop. Take a trip, come back, I'll show you the books.
in your box. Might as well.
Oh,
What's going on, man?
oh yeah.
How you
Not
doing?
much. I'm doing all right. Doing
Good to finally meet you.
Yeah, good to meet you too.
Los
Broke
Comics.
boy.
Yep.
Yep.
What's going on, Noah?
Yeah.
Find anything
Going
good?
broke.
Yeah.
Finding a few things and a few sketch covers for the future.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I know you update your list.
The sketch covers are nice to find cheap here,
Yeah,
because then
absolutely.
when you go to a con and try to get it, then they like upcharge to get a blank.
absolutely.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and it's good to have them now so that I can go straight to the artist as soon as I get into the con.
Yeah. And those lines are ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
All right, so we're back. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. Great store. I've been here multiple times. The owners are amazing. Again, comics, cards, toys, you name it, they have it, right? It's not a big shop, but they pack a whole hell of a lot in there, and you can always find great deals. So they had basically a table of everything on the table was $3, right? Comics, toys, cards, whatever they had on the table was $3. All right, so great job. And these were the books I was able to pick up, right? So I got lucky because there's a few people at the boxes, and I just happened to go to one of the boxes that nobody was looking at, and I happened to find these books. So the first one up is this guy right here, and this is Thunderbolts #1, so from 1997, and this I think has some first appearances, but this is where the Thunderbolts are like revealed to be bad guys, masters of evil and stuff like that. Baron Zemo is like the leader. They're bad guys pretending to be good guys so that they can kind of infiltrate and stuff like that. And obviously with the Thunderbolts movie coming out, I don't believe any of these characters are from the movie as well. But to find it in a for $3, yeah, I'm gonna scoop that up. Next, we have this one right here, which is pretty cool, and this is Silk #1, and this is from her first ongoing solo title. I thought this was pretty cool. Always wanted this one, but didn't really feel like paying the money for it. I have her first appearance, but I always wanted her first solo title, and again for $3, nice high grade copy. Yeah, gonna scoop that up. Next, we have this one right here. Thought this was pretty cool as well, and this is All New Wolverine #2, and this is the first appearance of Honey Badger. This is awesome. This is like my, got a couple copies of this, but always scoop this up when I find it. It does have some, color rub and stuff like that, and things that need to be pressed out, but hey, again, for $3, you're gonna scoop that up for a first appearance. Yeah. Next, we have this guy right here. Thought this was just funny, and that is What If #39. This is What If Thor Battle of Conan. Thought this was pretty cool. Never owned this book. Will this ever come to fruition in like an actual like live action? Probably not. More like a what if scenario, like the animated show. So, but I thought it was pretty cool. Nice high grade copy, and for $3, sure. Next, we have this guy right here, and this is Venom Lethal Protector #2. Nice newsstand copy. I believe there's some first appearances in this as well. Off the top of my head, I really don't remember, but I'll put it right there. But just a cool series. Every once in a while this series pops and it drops, and it all depends. Sony didn't do it justice, so the books kind of took a little tumble, but they still fetch a pretty good price. Next, we have this guy right here, and that is X Factor #6. This is the first full appearance of Apocalypse. I believe he makes a cameo appearance in #5, and then I believe there's also like a prototype of Apocalypse in Marvel graphic novel #1, I think. But this is, I guess, first full appearance in comics, and it's newsstand copy. It does have some damage to it. There's some spine ticks. I think there's a tear up here and stuff like that. But for $3, why not? Next, we have this guy right here, and this is Ghost Rider #1. This is the first appearance of Danny Ketch. So this is the Ghost Rider that a lot of 90s kids really grew up with. You know, obviously you have the other Ghost Riders, like Johnny Blaze and stuff like that, but this is the Ghost Rider that a lot of 90s kids kind of grew up with. This is their Ghost Rider, and I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've owned this book, but it might have been from my original collection that I had to sell. So to get it back in the PC, that was pretty cool. Next, we have this guy right here. Thought this was pretty cool, and this is Web of Spider-Man #36, and this is the first appearance of Tombstone. This is a nice, you know, newsstand copy, but this is actually the first time I've ever owned this book. I don't think I've ever had this book, so you know, that was pretty cool. Nice first appearance. Whenever you can snag first appearances on the cheap, you got to go for it. And the last book that I was able to scoop up there was this guy right here. And sorry, ChinMo, I you know, we both kind of like looked at it, and you know, he's like, hey, you know what, you were digging through the boxes, so you know, if you want it, you can go for it. So you know, ChinMo is awesome, and you know, if I had a copy of it, this definitely would have been yours. But been looking for this for a while, and I don't have a copy of this, and I don't think I've ever owned a copy of this. And this is Amazing Spider-Man 410. This is the first like Spider Carnage. So Ben Reilly gets possessed by Carnage. You know, never owned this book. You know, you look on eBay and stuff like that, and you know, it always commands a pretty decent price. Not one that I was willing to pay for. It does have a little bit of like crunch right here, but it's not color breaking, so it can be pressed out. And like I said, I'm just happy to own this book. You know, always loved this cover. It always stood out to me, and just a book that I always wanted, and just never got a chance to get my hands on it. So when I saw it in the box, you know, I was like, I gotta have this book. So yeah, so that was my haul from Counterplay Comics in Burlington, Mass. Again, all the information to all these stores will be down below. So if you're ever in the neighborhood of any of the stores, definitely go check them out. And you know, you'll get some great deals, and you'll have some great books to look at. And the last store that we went to was Little Giants Comics in Lawrence, Mass. So never been to this shop. I know they recently moved. They were in like a mall, and now they're in a larger space. It's in like a revamped like mill, you know, so a large building, and you know, they're up on the 3rd floor, and just a crazy shop. So much stuff there, right? Sports memorabilia. It looked like an antique, you know, shop. They had just so much stuff there. It was just crazy. So I'm gonna you're gonna go look at some footage from that. It was a lot of video, but I'm gonna try to condense it because it was a lot. But I'm gonna try to break it down so you guys can see the store, and then we're gonna come back here and show the books that I got. Alright, so we're back. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that footage. Like I said, it could have been a lot longer. I did take more, but I tried to condense it down just because it was just going to be crazy. So I didn't pick up much from here. I only picked up 3 books, but it wasn't the quantity, it was the quality of books that I got. So the first book that I got is this guy right here. Capes #1 from Image Comics. And, you know, you're wondering, why would you get Capes #1? It's random. Well, so there's a couple of first appearances in here, but that's not the main reason why I got this book. So I got it because there's a 5-page preview of The Walking Dead. So for any Walking Dead fans out there that want to complete their entire run and their entire library of Walking Dead, you got to own this book because there is a 5-page preview of The Walking Dead in here. So, you know, I believe this predates #1, possibly. I'm not sure if it is or if it's just a preview of it, but I would assume that a preview would predate the first issue. So definitely happy to scoop this one up. I know when I grabbed it, I was there with Noah from Broke Boy Comics, so I got to meet him for the first time, and it was awesome. And he's a Walking Dead fan and stuff like that, and he didn't even know that this preview was in here. So you kind of need to know some of these things, right? And sometimes they're not readily available, and people don't just put them out there, so you kind of need to know what it is. So thought that was pretty cool. And next book I got was this guy right here, and this is Immortal Hulk #2, and this is from the newer-ish run of Immortal Hulk, and this is the first appearance of Dr. Fry. All these covers were done by Alex Ross, so they're just amazing covers, and this was just an awesome run. The read was amazing in this as well. It had some like horror elements to it, but there was a lot of internal struggles in this as well when you read it. It was just a great read, amazing art, and just happy to own this one in the PC. Never got it. I believe I jumped on this kind of late, so I missed out on some of the earlier issues, but definitely happy to have this one in the PC. And the last book that I was able to pick up there was this guy right here. Yeah, and that is Zatanna #4. But this is the 1 in 10 Brian Boland variant. And again, some of these books from like the 2000s for DC, they didn't put that it's a variant cover. You just had to know that it's a variant. It looked, different. Brian Boland did a bunch of these Zatanna covers. I think he did like the first 5 issues or something like that. He did the 1 in 10s. And tough to find in the wild. You don't see them very often, and the ones on eBay or wherever you go, they're gonna be 80, 90 plus or whatever it is. And this is a tougher one to find too, because it is a darker cover. So obviously blemishes are gonna be easier to see on them. But this is a nice high grade copy, and I saw this and immediately had to scoop it up. And I got a great deal on it. Like I said, I only pick up 3 books, but still got a great deal. And had a great time. And that was the last book that I got. So that was it. Like I said, that was my haul from the 3 Men in the Basement comic crawl, and had a great time. Like I said, I Otto and ChinMo and Rodger from 3 Men in the Basement put on a great crawl. Thank you again, ChinMo, for putting this out there and calling up all the shops and setting everything up. So did a great job. The shops were amazing. All 3 shops gave great deals. Had some amazing books, and all the people that I ran into again. There's a few people that I know that went to the crawl last time, and I just kind of know from the community. But I got to meet Noah from Broke Boy Comics for the first time. Sean, another great member of the IG community. I'm not sure if he has a YouTube page, but I know he's heavy on IG. Has a great collection as well, and I got to hang out with him a little after we went to go eat dinner and stuff like that, and had a great time. And it's just, you get the books, but the experience of hanging out with everybody and just kind of like shooting the shit and then just talking comics and stuff like that. You don't get a lot of that in our everyday life, right? Not all of us have, like, your entire family is involved in comics, so sometimes you need that outlet, and this is that outlet, right? To kind of communicate with other people, like-minded people, right, that collect comics. So had a great time. You know, can't wait for the next one, and you know, definitely want to continue to do this, just because not only do I get great books, but again, I just get to run into so many members of the community and just get to shoot the shit and talk comics, right? So had a great time, and hopefully I get to do it again. And let me know what you guys think of the books I picked up. What was your favorite book that I was able to pick up? And until next time, talk to you guys later. Peace.